You can put many tabs in one slide. You can add a new tab and keep your work organized. How many lessons are in a unit? 5 lessons mean 5 tabs. No one makes a PowerPoint with 100 slides, waiting for the video to load to show you. It's loading at its own pace. For example, your PowerPoint has how many lessons per unit. For example, the unit has 5 lessons, so your PowerPoint is 5 slides. Oh my God, this is a beautiful thing. Can't you find someone who made you a PowerPoint with 100 slides? 100 slides of what? Of course, I am waiting for the video to load so that I can show you its appearance and its disfigurement, and you can see the beauty while it is exposed. While it is exposed, the beauty while it is exposed. Okay, so far, guys, so far. Of course, he will upload it at his leisure. So I will take your reaction. So far, things are clear. So the interactive tool, which we call the interactive tool available in iSpring Suite, gives me, Dr. Sami, a comprehensive and extensive set of the slide, the diverse slides. You'll see them now. I took the slide that is in the shape of a wheel. It presents the information in the form of a wheel, steps in the form of a wheel. Here it's presented in the form of tabs. Now, if you look, we're going to hear something called the hotspot. This hotspot is very beautiful. You will find it very beautiful. We will know something else. We will see all these things together. All right, while we see if the video has loaded or not, it really depends on the video duration and the internet speed in the place where you're working. Look, it's finally loading. Of course, time is running, and I need at least 6 hours, but I'll try my best, God willing, to make sure I don't leave you with anything that I won't try. God willing, it's connected. Come on, quickly. Of course, I'm not just relying on the formatting, color, and shape and all that in the fonts and font size and all that stuff. Of course, you have the text format here that includes all of this. The text format includes all of that. Let's just take a look at the house. That means if you feel this way, every lesson is an introduction and a summary. So there's an introduction to the lesson and a summary of the lesson. And of course, the key points of the lesson are all included in one slide. Of course, that's what adds beauty to the whole story. Oh, may God make it easy for us. Yes, the video has loaded. Oh, the video is up. Now, when you do a preview like this, it first shows you the introduction because you were taking the first lesson. It shows you the introduction, and you can skip the introduction. You want to watch the video and pause it like this. You just click on the video like this. There you go. Wow, there it is. Just imagine the student sitting there looking at the information, right? Wow, he's reading the information and watching the video. Okay, and if he wants to pause the video, he can pause it easily. If he wants to play the video, he can play it. If he wants to turn up the volume or lower the volume, he can do that. By the way, if he wants to enlarge the video from here, he can enlarge it. He can see it clearly. Wow, that's really nice. Of course, that's a beautiful thing. If he wants to go back to the information, he can do. Of course, it's a great design and excellent work that allows the student to change the information and see the information and these methods. Of course, that's really beautiful. Good. I finished this part. Click on X, then click Save to save this slide. This lesson will be saved in my section. Once I click Save, I'll have a slide with all this information. Now, I'll click on the main page. I'm rushing a bit. I have a lot of information. I'll go to the iSpring Suite and take a couple of things in the interaction. I'll take a couple of things, even the important ones. The rest of the content is great too, but you might not notice their importance. I'm focusing on the educational material and how it's presented to the student. So I'm clicking on the interaction and I'll start choosing something new. You have the option here, the media catalog, which is nice. And there's something else nice. I'm not sure what to pick. Let's take this catalog and we'll take the hotspot. Even the important ones, or I see them as nice or useful, and the rest of the content is great too. But honestly, you might not notice how they work or what their importance is. Of course, I'm focusing the educational material and how it's presented to the student and how the student will interact with it. How the student will interact with it. So I'm clicking on the interaction like this, and let's take a look at the new interaction. I'll start choosing something new. Of course, you have the option here, for example, the media catalog, which is really nice, and we know it's really nice. And there's something else that's also really nice. I'm not sure what to pick on exactly. All right, I'll tell you. Let's take this catalog because it might be a bit unfamiliar to you, and we'll take the hotspot. All right. Honestly, this is also really nice, but it won't work, you know. Its ruling is we'll take the media catalog only, media catalog. If you want to present the information as catalogs to the student, it gives them a really nice shock, or rather, surprise. Let's take a look at it together. Let's take a look at it together. Okay, for example, you want to talk about the physical components. The physical components are 5. The processor, input devices, output devices, and storage units. So I'm going to go here on the introduction and say, I'm talking about the physical components. So pay attention to me and you can add something for him. You can put a direct image or give me some text to talk about right away. This is your introduction. And then you'll say, give me a note and give me a picture of the physical components. The physical components, of course, include the processor. For example, where's the processor? We have it right here. Oh, this is the physical component, right? And we also have other physical components. If I go to the word insert like this, if I go to a picture, you can also deal with the physical components, which are the input devices. Got it? All right. Input devices. The important thing is that you can put a picture that includes all the physical components. Of course, you are supposed to put a picture with all the physical components. So for example, if you, for example, want to talk about the input units only, okay, let's talk about the input units only, okay, the input units. Now, focus with me. Look, when I click on the card, I get a picture of the first component of the input devices, the mouse. Say change and then from file. Add the mouse picture and then say open. The mouse picture is here, explaining about the mouse. Organize the information accurately. I'll say, let me get the mouse or the pointer. Quickly get some information about it. And put a picture of it here. Say change then from file. Add the mouse picture. Say open. The mouse picture is here. It explains the mouse. Gather information to make it nice. Organize information accurately. Now I'll say, let me go here. I'll get the pointer, quickly get info. This is mouse info. Prepare info in advance. Add mouse info here organized. I've added mouse info. Add another picture if needed. Where is it? Next step, say the keys. The keys. I will definitely make sure to give him the mouse pad or the mouse, and I will also make sure to get some detailed information about him as quickly as possible. But as a matter of fact, this is any information about the mouse. Of course, I am not supposed to have all this information prepared. You start putting information in it like this. The important thing is to put grilled information about the mouse here like this in these ways. I put information about the mouse here, and do you want to put something in it? An extra picture or something, whatever. Where is this? No. I come here in the second shot and tell him the moment of the keys, the moment of the keys. All right. Now I'm going to the keyboard. And I'll add some information about the keyboard. And of course, I don't know how to get it, so I'll just write anything to avoid wasting your time. Then you come here and say, change the picture, and then from file. I'll get, for example, the keyboard. Here's the keyboard. After that, for example, you can say the scanner or the scanner. All right? Here's the scanner. All right, you should also add some information about it and then tell him, I hope I brought something. Of course, it might not be available. So I'll go straight to Google and look for images. And quickly, if you right click and say save, I'll come here and put the image of the scanner right here. Where should we put it? Of course, I'll put it here so we can change it from here. And of course, the image of the scanner has been downloaded. Here, you can add the scanner and also put some information about the scanner. After that, we can click on the information and sound, just like we want for the digital camera from the input devices. We'll click on information about the digital camera and the sound, and then we'll click on the digital camera. And quickly, if you right click and say save, I'll come here and put the image of the scanner right here. Where should we put it? Of course, I'll put it here so we can change it from here. And of course, the image of the scanner has been downloaded. Here, you can add the scanner and also put some information about the scanner. After that, we click on information and sound, just like we want for the digital camera from the input devices. We click on information about the digital camera and the sound, and then we click on the digital camera. Okay, I don't want to add anything. For example, choose anything like this. Right-click, save OK, save here, change from file, and put the digital camera here. Of course, I put a lot of cards for you. Put a card here as well, quickly like this. For example, the microphone, above. It is sick of my friends who put the microphone above. You can add information about it and related info. You might have prepared it, and it reads the sound for you in a pleasant voice. Right-click here and save. Now, change from file and put the microphone like this. I won't take much of your time. I can delete this. I want to add this and something else. You can add more than that, like the gaming era or gaming army. All right, the one playing games and such. You can come here and say the gaming era, which is the games. Yes, I'll get one. And if it's this, I'll say that's enough. All right, let's change it. Change from file and put the microphone like this. I don't want to take too much of your time. I can even delete this. I want to add this, and I can also add something else. Of course, you can add more than that. For example, the gaming era, or what they call the gaming army. All right, the one who plays games and things like that, you can come here and say the gaming era, which is the games. Yes, I'll get any one of them. And if it's this one, I'll say that's enough. All right, let's change it.